Hold on. Yeah, okay, we're live.
Hola! Hi!
Hi, everybody.
Greetings.
All right, so we are live for the Fairest Liveshow, and we are going to make sure everything's up and running, and then we can get started. I don't even know what I'm doing. The first 2 minutes of a live show is always like that.
Yeah, I'm sending out tweets.
Yeah.
Oh yes, tweets, and then as soon as we get it coming up on the actual what's it called on my channel, then we'll send out the links and stuff. I feel like I have way too many things open right now.
I feel like this is going to end badly, like putting it right here on the computer.
Oh yeah, that might end badly.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Oh, you should put it on your windowsill right there. You might be able to see it a little, or right next to Cinder. Yeah, either one works. I can see it.
Works for me.
Works for you. I always feel like the side of it looks like a library book because it's got the flames like right there on the
Yeah.
edge. I don't know why. It just always looks like a library book to me. Like it's got a sticker there on the side.
Yeah.
I feel like they should have wrapped the flames all the way around or something.
Tweet us your questions, guys.
Oh yes, if can tweet at Once Upon a Read Along. Is that what the thing is?
At once read along.
Once Read Along, or you can use the hashtag Read the Queen.
And I'm about to send out the link. Can you message me the link, please?
The link on YouTube or the link from Google.
Oh wait, yeah, I forgot I can get it on YouTube.
Yeah, I haven't seen it go live on YouTube yet. There's still that 2-minute lag-ish, which sucks, but...
I'll check your channel.
Okay. Yeah, I keep updating it, but it hasn't come up. I think it comes up for everybody else first before me, so it'll come up soon. I guess before we actually... One of the first things that I wanted to say is that Danny is sick, and so she couldn't join us today, but we have Mel from the Book Moo joining us instead. And we all hope that Danny gets well soon.
Yes.
Hope that she recovers. Something's going around, a bug or something, who knows.
Oh, and I also said that I would give a shout out to a almost brand new booktuber who will be putting up a new video soon. Her name is Demetra. I hope I said that right.
Oh,
and
yeah, I know Demetra.
He was conflicted about joining BookTube, but she has been convinced and she'll be joining our community soon. So,
yay! I had several people ask me that at my Q&A live show about whether or not they should join BookTube, and I'm just like, do it. You know, if you're worried about joining BookTube, you should just...
Let's blow bubbles in celebration.
Yeah,
that didn't
that's
work.
like the best idea ever.
It didn't work. It was a fail.
Chloe, it said that we have one. It said that we had one viewer, and but I'm not seeing that it went live on YouTube yet. Have you seen it?
Let me look.
I tweeted out the link.
Maybe that's what happened.
I got it off YouTube.
I just made a mess.
Great
It's
link.
okay. Oh, I made a mess. It's not okay. Of course, this happens to Chloe.
It didn't get on your computer, did it?
Hold on. I have to look real quick. YouTube.
You could just hear the scrubbing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Did you guys like the what's it called? The cover of the book?
I thought it could be better. I was a bit disappointed with the cover, but I think it's good because it shows the mask of Levana. But I thought, it didn't look as good as I thought it would be.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I was a bit disappointed with it, but you know.
I like the mirror idea.
Yeah, that looked good. I don't know. I felt like it was a bit I don't want. I feel like it was a bit too dark, but that's kind of what the book really was. It was very dark, a lot darker than I thought it was going to be, I guess. So maybe it fits, but it just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
I like that it kind of matched the other books, but I mean, I also agree that it could have been better because like these three covers I absolutely love, but this one it's for me.
Yeah, I think it could have been a little bit better. It is a nice contrast now that I'm thinking about it. Like, the first three books in the series are just like parts of a person, like the leg, and she's got with the arm and the hair, and then just the cape and stuff like that. It's just little parts, and this one's just a straight-on view of of Levana. So it does contrast well, which is because it's the good characters in the book versus the evil characters in the book. So I think they did well on that. But just I don't know, the color scheme, it looks just not as good as I was hoping. But yeah.
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 I think maybe as well there could have been like a tie-in to the other colours. So the way the other coloured books are like purpley black, they could have had that kind of on Fairest to link them, if that makes sense.
I agree. The color scheme doesn't match very well on a shelf. I haven't seen all three of them like right next to each other on the shelf either, but I would expect if I saw them they wouldn't look that great. I don't know. You have them all three, Chloe. Do they look good on the shelf together?
The spines do. Faces are I guess. I accidentally clicked something, so I think it's just focusing on your face, and I don't know how I did that.
On whose face? Mine?
Yes.
I did the same thing. Mine's just focusing on yours, so I don't know why it did that. But I think that's just what we see. I don't think it's going to be like that for the
Okay.
For the what's it called? I don't know why it's not on YouTube yet. You guys don't see it?
No, I got it. I already shared it.
Oh, you do got it. Okay, awesome. Could you send it to me so I can, or maybe I can find it on you?
You should be able to find it on your channel, I think.
I can't see it on my channel. I don't know why. Okay. I got the link though, so I'm sharing now. Alright, so we're in business. Yay! Well, let me just post this. I can't do like two things at once.
The bubbles were a bad idea.
Bummer. They sounded like a good idea, so
Yeah,
I was like, that was genius. Oh well. You learn from next time.
Yeah.
Alright, so now I guess do we want to go to like our initial thoughts on the
Hello.
Chase? Ridiculous. Sorry, do you want we talk about like our initial thoughts and what we rated it and stuff like that?
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Mel, you go first?
Initially I was kind of like, the way books get really hyped up, and I was like really hyped up about the book, and then when I first started reading it I was thinking, okay, this is different than what I thought it would be, and I kind of thought that I'd start feeling sorry for Levana, but as it kind of got on I was like, okay then.
What did you end up rating it?
I ended up rating it 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads because it would have got a 5, but it didn't I felt like it shouldn't have ended where it did. Even though it's got a good ending, but I felt like it should have. I basically wanted more.
Yeah, you wanted more. I was about to say that. There was a lot of people were so upset because it was marketed as a full-length novel, but it was barely that. Like, wasn't it just like 200 some odd pages?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what a novella's meant to be, isn't it?
Well, no, because it was marketed as a full-length novella, like a full-length book, so people were expecting like 300-page book, and it was barely that.
Yeah.
What did you think, Chloe?
Well, when I first heard about it, I know it was marketed as full length, but I think I was just more excited that we were getting a complete other book. So I was really excited about that, and being such a big Lunar Chronicles fan, I was so excited for this. Like, it didn't even cross my mind that, okay, it might not be as long as the other books or something like that. I ended up rating it a 5 out of 5 stars, and for the way that it was written as this character, I like how well paced it was and how it covered big events that were going on. But overall, I really did enjoy it.
Yeah, I agree. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. it really blew my mind. Like, having read Cinder and Scarlet and seeing all the connections and everything making sense now, it was just, I loved it. I thought it was great. There weren't many things. Probably throughout the live show I'll start remembering more. It was the same thing in the last live show. I forgot everything, and then once we got through the live show I was starting to remember things, but I can't think of anything right off the top of my head that I didn't really like about the book. I did want more. I would have liked it to be longer, but the content of the book itself, I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. I thought it was amazing.
I really love the links between the series Cinder, Scarlet and Crest and the Fairest. Like, I loved connecting the characters.
Yeah, I really like that too.
Have you, Mel, have you read Cress?
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, we can't do any spoilers for Cress, guys, because I fail and I haven't read Cress. So, and now that we've done our initial thoughts, that's probably going to be like the end of the non-spoilery section. Everybody who hasn't read Cinder and Scarlet, so there's going to be, of course, there's going to be spoilers for Fairest, and there's going to be spoilers for Cinder and Scarlet, but not Crest. So if you haven't read any 3 of those books that we're going to have spoilers for, you have been warned. There's going to be spoilers from here out, but we will not be spoiling Crest because I have not read Crest.
I think most of the spoilers will be coming from Cinder, though, because it's the first book in the series, and I don't know about you guys, but I have multiple notes of different points to talk about. But if you guys, the people watching, have any questions, just tweet us at Once Read Along, and I've got the Twitter up and running, and I'll make sure your questions get answered.
Yeah, and I think that you can comment on the live show too on YouTube if you have any questions.
Yeah, I can pull that up too, and just keep it up.
So if you guys have any questions or comments about what we're saying or whatever, feel free to participate. So what was one of the first things you wanted to talk about, Chloe, that you had? Because I didn't come prepared. I didn't write notes because I fail yet again.
Me either.
Well, the first thing I wrote down when reading this, which was kind of towards the beginning of the book, so we're going in order here, was since it opens up as Levana being 15 years old, she seems so vulnerable in a sense.
Yeah, and innocent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember thinking in the beginning of the book, I really had no idea how this young, innocent, seemingly nice princess would turn into the evil queen that we know at the beginning of Cinder. I just was like, I really didn't think that there was going to be that much character development throughout the book, and it was just so much happened to her.
Yeah.
I felt like she was very naive to begin with as well. Like, her character came across as really naive and like very trusting towards people, and I thought, whoa, now like I kind of understand why she turns out the way she is, but you just needed that kind of insight into her being younger.
I kept thinking like something like she was so vulnerable in the beginning, and like you said, I kept wondering, well, how does this person become, as cruel as she is in the main series? And I kept thinking something really, really traumatic was going to happen. But a traumatic event did happen to her when she was younger, but it's not what I was expecting. Like that would turn her into the evil queen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not like you said, something really traumatic does happen to her when she was little, but there are some very big things that happen in the course of the book, because it like starts when she's about 15 and ends when she's 20 something, I think.
I suppose, like right before Cinder.
Yeah, right before Cinder. No, it was right after, right?
I thought it was right before.
No, it was right after, because the thing with Cinder happened in the book.
Oh, no, not. I was talking about like right before the events of Cinder, the book.
Oh, right before the events of Cinder. No, I think it was like right after what happened. Oh no, wait, yeah, because it does skip a couple years, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. Mm-hmm.
Multiple time skips throughout the book.
Yeah, that's right. So because what she did to Cinder happens in the book closer to the end, so I felt like it was closer to the end timeline-wise, but no, it skips a couple years.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a lot of time skips throughout it.
Yeah.
We kind of go from being like quite young, don't we, to like she skips like up to being kind of not adult but teen.
I'm sorry, what? I didn't hear that. Reason.
We kind of skip from it being like quite childish to being like a teen, and it's like a what are you at?
Yeah. What did you guys think about her relationship with what's his name, the captain or the guard person? I can't remember his name.
Everett.
Everett, yeah.
I think. Oh, go ahead.
No, go on, Chloe.
I mean, at first it was like any teenager, I guess, like a crush. But I think she took it to a new level, and she took it a little too seriously, especially after his wife passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It turned stalkerish.
Yeah.
It did. I really felt like for a little while there, it felt very not genuine to me, her feelings, I guess. But then I realized that it was genuine to her, but it was very, like, I don't know, she felt like there was feelings there, but there weren't. But it was like she was delusional, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It was crazy, and I really felt like that he was really gonna say no and like put his foot down, and I don't know, but that definitely didn't happen.
Yeah. But if he
Yeah.
did that, he'd just get his head chopped.
Yeah. Were you guys expecting that at the end when she basically hired someone to kill him?
No.
No.
Me neither.
That was horrible.
That was a huge shock. Mm-hmm.
I kind of read the page over again.
Yeah.
And I was like, did that just happen?
Yeah, I mean, she had her reasoning for doing
Right?
it, but I also think it was stupid.
Yeah.
It was. And it really didn't make sense to me for someone who says that she had so many feelings for him, and then just to go and kill him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it kind of showed the cold side of it coming through.
Yeah.
Like,
But it all goes back that she was doing it for power.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And at the beginning of the book, like, especially when her sister first became queen and she was having to, like, take over for her sister because her sister didn't want to have anything to do with it, I admired her a little bit for a bit because she really did have the best, like, intentions for Luna, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I felt like she really was trying to do her best and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And as time went on, it's kind of like she still kind of had that in her head that she's doing the best for her people until it got to a point where it was like, whoa, hang on, that's not the best for you people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it weren't for, like, the whole and that blew my mind, the sickness thing, when they were like, we can, create this sickness and basically decimate the people of Earth. Do you want to do that? And she was like, oh yeah, totally. I mean, if it weren't for that, and she just really did try to, like, not take over Earth and all this stuff, I think that I would feel more sorry for her, I guess, if she weren't as evil by doing the whole sickness thing. Because when I read Cinder, I really didn't think that they did that. I thought it was literally just a natural disease, so I was shocked that they actually were the cause of it.
Yeah. Throughout this book, we were seeing different elements that we see from the main books, like the mutant soldiers, the sickness. I think that's all I marked down for that.
Yeah, that was one of the only things that I saw from Scarlet was how the making of the wolves and all that stuff, which I thought was interesting. Because I feel like we didn't get a lot of background on how they were made and stuff like that in Scarlet. I don't know if they come back up and you get more information about that in Cress, but it was nice to see that.
I think with this, even though we're essentially in the same world as the other books, we're just in a different setting within the world.
Yeah.
Reading this book just felt so different than reading the other books. I felt like I was reading a completely different book, just the same characters.
Yeah. I know what you mean. It felt like we were kind of, I suppose we were on another planet, weren't we? Within the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, I mean that's just what I thought was it. I mean, I talked about this in my review too. It was so different feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. It didn't feel all that different for me, I guess.
Than reading the other books.
Oops.
I felt like I was reading.
Sorry, guys. I had the live show played in the back and on my thing. It started playing for some reason. That was really weird. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But no, I was saying that I don't know. It didn't really feel like a different type of book for me, I guess. I don't know. I guess I went into the mindset knowing that it was going to be the same characters and things like that. It was nice to see like baby Cinder. You know what I mean? And, like how I thought that was really cute, and it was hard for me at first to recognize that the princess was Cinder, but once I did, it gave me that like nostalgia feel, I guess, because I was just like, oh, baby Cinder.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially because we're hearing her true name, Celine, and we're seeing like the beginning of her life that she doesn't remember.
Yeah. I love that though, because then like when you dive into Cinder at first, it's kind of really confusing because she doesn't know where she's come from, and seeing that side of when she was born and what she doesn't remember, like it just solidifies it.
Yeah, because I read Cinder's like a week or two before it came out, just so I could have a refresher on the world. But once I've read Fairest, I feel like I didn't even need that refresher because we're on a different planet and we're seeing parts that aren't in the main books.
Yeah. I was thinking about rereading Cinder. Well. Go ahead, Mel. Sorry.
Some people read Fairest without having read the series as well. So like that must be like weird for them, because when they actually do read the series, they're gonna realize like all the stuff that they missed.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know how I could do that. I think that made it all the more enjoyable, realizing, oh, baby Cinder, and oh, the wolves, and, just all of these things, and what happened to Levana when she was younger, and how that correlates with what she did to Cinder, and stuff like that. It just, all the revelations that I had throughout the book made it that much more enjoyable. That's why I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. So I don't know how people could have enjoyed it. I mean, of course, it was a good book, and I think people could have enjoyed it, but I think it's definitely a lot more enjoyable if you have read at least Cinder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
No, it's all right. Go ahead.
Okay. I was gonna say I didn't have as many theories with this book as I did with Ruby Red, but I had one, and I said, is Everett's daughter Winter? Because when that scene when they were in front of the nursery looking down at the baby and they were describing her, I was just like, oh my god. I had to pause. I'm like, this is Winter, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I didn't realize that as early as you did, but as soon as they said the name, I was like, oh my god, that makes sense. It's this, that means Levana would be her stepmom, and that means, Snow White and the Evil Queen, and, the Evil Queen is her stepmom in the original, like, fairy tale, I'm pretty sure. So it all started to make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
And so now I'm wondering, like, in all of Cinder, I feel like we should have heard that. Like in the beginning, in the book Cinder, I don't remember hearing anything about her having a child or a stepchild. So
there was a small mention. I think it was one of the scenes where Kai was in like the meeting with all the other rulers. And they briefly mentioned Winter, but not by name, just the Queen's stepdaughter. And they said like, well, she can't rule because she's not of royal blood or something like that.
Yeah.
But that was the only mention that I remember.
Interesting. I'm like really excited to know what's been happening with Winter like this whole time when that comes in November.
So excited.
I cannot wait for Winter.
Did you guys read the excerpt in the back of Fairest?
Nope.
Yeah.
I held off.
Oh, good.
I
held off. For me, I can't.
I couldn't help myself. I saw that and I was like, dived right into it.
Yeah, I mean, because it's 3 chapters, and I couldn't like have it sit on my shelf knowing that it's in the back of the book and just not read it.
Exactly, yeah.
No, for me, if I get like a taste of something, I have to have the whole thing. So see, for me, I don't know. I don't know the writing style. I don't know anything about winter. Nothing zip zilch, and it's easier for me to go out of sight, out of mind, and just not think about it at all. So, and I voxed Chloe right after I finished Ferris, and I was like, I think I'm gonna read the first 3 chapters, and she was like, do it, and I held off. I didn't do it.
Aw.
But I was thinking about it. But no, for me, I just know me, and it's easier to just go out of sight, out of mind with it, and I think I'll be even more excited about winter in November.
Yeah. I think I'd rather, when winter comes out as well, I'd rather like marathon the Lunar Chronicles before it comes out, just to like refresh myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna reread Cinder, Scarlet, and Cress probably in like October as well.
Mm.
And then I think we had come to a general consensus that we were gonna have winter as our book of the month in November, right, Chloe?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
She's like, yes, of course, duh. We're like planning so many months ahead for our anticipated releases.
There's a question on Twitter from D Books. Why can we not have more villain backstories?
I know, right?
Yeah.
I would love that.
Seriously, there are so many villains that I would love to know their story about. And then I think we had come to a general. Oh my God, why is that doing it again?
I thought you were talking then. I was like, oh.
No, it wasn't. I don't know why. I'm gonna exit that out because it keeps playing just out of nowhere for some reason. My browser has a mind of its own.
Maybe pull it up on your tablet and just turn the volume on your tablet down. That's what I'm doing.
You are so smart, Chloe. You're a genius.
What, like my trash can stand thing?
Yes. Yep.
I posted a picture of that on Twitter.
That's a good idea. Okay, was there a lot of information from Cress in Fairest that you guys saw? Because I know for Scarlet there was only like the one thing, and that was the wolves and inbreeding them or whatever.
I only noticed one thing. I mean, having read all 3 of the main books, you pick up tiny little details that are bigger in the main series, and I only noticed one from Cress that if I say it now it would be a spoiler to you, so I'm not going to say it.
I'm trying to think what it is.
Huh?
I'm trying to think what it is.
You guys should message about it.
Yeah.
So we don't spoil anyone who hasn't read Cress. I'm trying to know if you guys have read, like, okay, I want people to comment, whoever's watching, if you have read Cinder, Scarlet, and Cress, like, what of the series have or haven't you read, so that we kind of know if we're spoiling people or not. But there's like 5 people viewing right now, so awesome. Thank you guys. If you guys missed it, we are going to be spoiling Fairest, Cinder, and Scarlet, but not Cress in the live show. So just so you guys know, heads up for spoilers. And comment and let us know which books you have and have not read, because I kind of want to know what people have missed. Because I'm glad now that I didn't read. I don't want to say I'm glad that I didn't read Cress, but I was worried that I was going to miss out. But the most that I think really people need to read is Cinder, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially for this live show.
Big spoilers for that.
Yeah, big. There's I mean, like, I don't think there's necessarily like spoilers for Fair. I mean, there will be in the live show, obviously, but in the book itself, there's not really spoilers. You just get the information before you read the other book, I guess. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you read this and then you read Cinder, you go in knowing what's happened to her already, but well, I guess, I mean, like, in Cinder, the surprise factor of Cinder is Princess Celine. Like, I don't know. I didn't see that coming in the book. Did you guys see that coming?
Yeah.
What?
Cinder? Halfway through. Sorry.
I think. Sorry, I'm trying to think.
That's okay.
I kind of did, but only a few pages before.
I think I realized when she was in the hospital. I think is when I realized, which wasn't too much before. I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
kind of realized not halfway through, I wouldn't say, like, I realized quite early on because it or had like an inkling, I wasn't too sure, but I was kind of like, oh, hang on, hang on. And
yeah.
then when it happened, I was like, yes.
Yeah, and that's how I was too. It wasn't that bad of a spoiler. Like some books, you realize the twist way before, and then you get there and you're like, oh, well, that was a letdown. But for Cinder, when I realized it a little ways before, and then when it happened, my inkling was confirmed, I was like, yes, like, you know what I mean? I don't know, it was different than most
Yeah.
books. Because usually I'm let down, but this one it just got me more excited. I wanted that to be it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And I think we had a comment on YouTube from
Yeah, I've got it.
the Crafty Home.
Yeah.
Yeah. About her relationship with why can't I remember his name?
Everett.
Everett. Thank you. With Everett and how it drove her nuts and it showed how selfish she was.
Mhm.
I felt really, really, really bad for Everett, but like I feel like he made the best of it. So
Yeah.
I think I really liked him as a character, you know, even though he went through this really, you know, horrible situation with his wife dying and then being forced to marry someone who didn't. But he made the best of it. I think he was a really good character. I liked him a lot.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
making the best of a bad situation.
Yeah,
I felt like he was like very gentlemanly, even though he didn't want to be in the relationship.
Yeah.
yeah. After so many years, he kind of just like, you know, decided that, you know, this is the situation that he's going to be in and he'll be happy no matter what, I guess.
Mm.
Yeah, I had the idea that towards the end of the book, when he was still alive, I had that feeling that he was very slowly starting to show feelings for her, like love her, maybe just a little.
Yeah,
Yeah.
At least of his own feelings.
yeah. He kind of had that. He wanted that kind of friendship and that kind of closeness, but
Did you see that too?
yeah.
What was it?
You didn't see the comment flash across the screen?
Oh, I was wondering what that button did. I'm pressing buttons and it's like, yeah. That right there?
I have read all of them by Demetra Tomlinson.
So
How did you do that?
It says on on the Hangout toolbox it says comment tracker,
Oh.
and you can like click it and it'll I guess show up. There's the Crafty Homes. That's cool.
Oh.
Like, oh,
We got new stuff.
See, now I'm like afraid to click it because it might happen again.
I keep doing it now. I'm like click, 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 click all the comments, click them all.
We had a question on Twitter from Demetra. What is your favorite book in the series?
Cinder.
You go, Chloe.
I already know your answer, but mine is Cress.
Are you saying I was gonna say Cinder?
No, I know what you're gonna say. It's not Cinder.
What do you think I was gonna say? Scarlet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, they're all so good. Like I can't decide. I don't know. I feel like because Fairest is so fresh in my mind, and they were all so good, I want to say Fairest. But I did really like Scarlet.
I mean, if I had to rank mine in like order of favorites, I would do Cress, Cinder, Scarlet. Because when I first started the series, like I read the first book a year ago with as a buddy read with Cozy Tea Reads, and we absolutely loved Cinder when we first read that, and then we both read Cress, and Cress became our favorite.
And what was yours, Mel? I didn't hear.
Cinder. But if I had to rank them, it'd be the same. It'd be Cinder, Cress, Scarlet, because I felt like after Cinder, I had to read Scarlet, and then when I read Scarlet, I just wanted to hear more from Cinder's point of view. Not that I don't like Scarlet, but I just love Cinder.
I really liked Scarlet. I don't know why. I thought I liked getting the new point of view and still having Cinder's story. And is Cress the same way? Like you get some points of view of Cress and Cinder and Scarlet?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. No wonder it's so gigantic.
Cress is so cool. Honest,
Yeah,
when you read it, you'll be like, oh my god, she's so cool.
yeah. I'm excited to read it. I got it from the library, so I'm gonna probably read it now. I don't know. I know that I'm gonna reread Cinder Scarlet, before before Winter comes out in November. So I'm kind of wanting to like wait
Yeah.
almost and read Cinder and Scarlet and then read Crest for the first time before Winter comes out. I
Yeah,
don't
that I'd do that if I were you, because it'd be fresh in your mind and that kind of shock of Cress.
Yeah,
Because
and then I wouldn't be reading Crest twice in one year because I know that
yeah,
I want to reread the series before Winter comes out.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna reread all of them too. Probably at
yeah,
the end of October.
yeah.
When I finished the series, so like when I finished Crest last year, I was just like, oh, why did I read these so early? Now I have to wait a whole year for Winter to come out, and I was just like, oh no.
I do that
Yeah.
all the time with books now.
I'm glad I did pick them up because I mean it ended up becoming my favorite series.
Yeah,
Oh
same.
yeah. I remember the first time that I saw Cinder out in the wild. Like I hadn't even heard of it on BookTube or anything like that. I was at Barnes and Noble. I just remember it so vividly because it was such a different book cover with the leg, and you know that I thought she was a robot to begin with or whatever, but you know, I read the back and she was an android and stuff. And then I started hearing about it on booktube and stuff like that, and it just was like I was like, I am not going to enjoy that. I am not going to like it. That is so weird. I don't want to read anything that's science fiction or about an android or anything like that. I was so skeptical, and then everyone was just in love with this series, so I finally decided to pick it up, and I freaking loved it.
Mm.
I mean, I myself wouldn't consider it science fiction. I think it's more of a fantasy element, like
Yeah,
regardless of it being a fairy tale retelling.
Yeah, I mean, it does have there's a lot of books that are like fantasy and sci-fi mix, and I think that's kind of it, you
Yeah.
know. It's more, but it's not like fantasy or sci-fi isn't on the forefront, which I like because I
Hmm.
have read science fiction novels and it's just, you know, lots of science fiction and I don't like
yeah,
that. So it was nice to get a more, like you said, fantastical element to it and not just all science fiction.
yeah. I'm currently reading These Broken Stars by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner, and that's very much sci-fi-ish and like you say, fantasy. So when I started reading it, I was like, this is kind of like Cinder, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's much more sci-fi.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh shoot, I am just a mess over here, guys. Did you hear that?
Yeah. Oh.
I'm a mess. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm
Do you
just kidding.
remember the Ruby Red live show? Before we had to restart that noise that was from my end.
Uh, no, I don't.
Oh well, there
I,
was a noise, and you asked what that was, and I was just like, I'll tell you at the end, but I never told you.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I had this like foot thing on my desk that I like to put my feet on, like a footrest, and it was loose, coming loose, and I wasn't thinking, and I had my feet on there, and it just broke.
Oh.
Yeah.
uh, did you have anything else on your notes, Chloe, that you wanted to cover?
Um. Okay, reading the main series. For some reason, after we learned that that Cinder is Queen Chenary's daughter, I for some reason in my head I wanted to believe that her mother was a good person.
Yeah.
I really wanted to believe that, and then I actually read Fairest and I realized I no,
What
she's
a
not.
bit.
Yeah. Now that you say that, I remember thinking the same thing. Is that I had this idea that, you know, Levana was evil and she took over for her sister who was a good person, I guess, and just wanted all the power and stuff. But I
Yeah,
mean, she was a really sucky queen.
it was
Mm.
horrible.
She was. I mean, like, and they're both bad on different spectrums. Like Cinder is bad because she lets all the power go to her head and she just wants more and more. But what was her name? Shanary or something?
I say Chenary.
I
Shanary.
think January.
She was bad because she just was aloof. She didn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt like that. Like I wanted Cinder's mum to be like kind of the good queen, and I still believed that Livana had killed her sister, or that's like the theme in Cinder, isn't it? And when we actually found out that she was actually like a cow, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that Cinder killed her sister?
Wait, what?
Because she
Sorry.
died of like some disease, right? And
Oh,
there were a lot of people.
You said Cinder, and I was like, wait,
Oh,
Cinder had a sister?
sorry, Lavana. My bad. Oops, Lavana. So, do you guys think that Lavana killed her sister, or do you think it was natural?
I think it was natural.
Yeah, natural.
No. Yeah, I was thinking so too, because I don't know, I just feel Lavana was a very honest character too. Like a lot of evil characters, I feel like they stretch the truth and make themselves look a little bit better, but she was a very honest character, and she didn't mention anything about killing her sister, so.
Yeah.
How do you feel about when she revealed her true self to Everett?
Oh, I thought that was like, oh, like I felt like she did it out of anger, and to kind of show him like, look at me, this is why I do it. But then Everett's like response, I thought, oh, why did you do that? Like his response was the one that you shouldn't have give.
Yeah, I feel like he should have, like he spent so much time going, trust me, show me your true self, and then he just kind of like doesn't go through with being that person that she really needed. She really trusted him enough to show her show him her true self, and he didn't really, do what he promised like he was gonna do, still be there and support her. Sucks.
I feel like as well, like when we found out what happened to her when she was younger, like why she looks the way she does, I felt like, oh my god, if that happened to you, why did you do that to Cinder?
Yeah, I never got
of all the ways to try and kill her.
Yeah. I think it was, honestly, I want to feel like it was for revenge. Like she never was able to get back at her sister, so she did it to her sister's daughter, to her niece.
Yeah. I felt like she was so selfish as well. Like everything was about her. It was like, oh well, I need to kill such and such. I need to do this. I need to be one up against people.
Yeah.
And she saw herself as the victim.
Yeah. And I was really, when she did decide to kill Cinder and Winter were in the playroom together, and she decided to take Winter out, I really wanted that to be like a little bit of a redeeming moment. Like she was honestly doing that because she cared for Winter, and Winter didn't need to die, like in her mind. But then afterwards, when she said that she did it because she didn't feel like having Everett mope and be all sad like he was when his wife died, it was like, come on. Like that's the only reason why you're saving an innocent life,
Yeah.
And that she thought about like just leaving Winter in there and letting her die too, so she could have Everett all to herself. That's when I really was like, from the point before that in the book, I was starting to feel kind of sorry for her, and that was pretty much the point where I was just like, okay, I don't really feel sorry for you anymore.
I'm curious to see how in Winter, how the Queen sees Winter now that Winter's older.
I agree.
Yeah, definitely.
I think
that insight.
I think it's gonna be pretty similar to like the Snow White fairy tale. How it's gonna be like she just doesn't really want her in her life or anything like that, but she kind of just lets her be there, lets her exist.
Yeah,
I guess.
Is Snow White's the one, isn't it? Where she wants her heart in the box. The Queen wants.
Yeah.
Snow White's heart in the box. So I wonder if that's going to kind of follow that theme in Winter.
Yeah. And then there's a prince in the thing too, so is there going to
the guard, Jason.
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh, you don't okay. Wait, was he in Scarlet? It's not a spoiler.
It's just a character.
Because I don't remember hearing about that.
Not a spoiler. I'm thinking, was he in Scarlet?
I don't remember hearing anything about that.
I don't remember.
At the very end, he might have been mentioned.
I'm almost positive he was like at the end of Scarlet.
But he might have just been mentioned. I don't think he was a big part of it.
Yeah, it's not a spoiler though.
It's basically just a character, a god. It's fine.
Well, now I know that he might be a love interest. It's okay though. I see. For me, some people are like, "Oh my God, spoilers," and they get like all mad and stuff. For me, it's like I kind of know what to expect, but I still try to keep it out of my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully we didn't spoil anyone who hasn't read Crest. Too bad. I don't know.
Nah, it shouldn't be.
Yeah. I don't remember hearing anything about that character though, like in any of the 3 books that I've read. I don't remember. I don't know.
I'm almost positive.
He's not a major part. If he's in the end of Scarlet, which I think he is, he's not a major part. I think he is just mentioned.
Yeah.
I remember him. Wait, I remember him being mentioned in Fairest now. But he's little in it. That's why.
And he's just a guard, you said?
He's the. Okay. Let me think here.
Oh no, it's in the extracts of Winter he's mentioned.
Yeah, but he was also in Fairest. It was him when he was younger. Elizabeth, do you remember?
Is it Everett's friend?
Yeah, Everett's friend.
Okay, who has a son. Okay, and then he becomes a guard?
Yeah, the son is Jason.
Oh, okay. And then you said he becomes a guard, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, it's coming together now. I remember. So that makes sense.
Not a complete spoiler.
No, not really. Did you write anything else down, Chloe? I wish I had taken notes now. I'm so bad.
I'm putting check marks next to everything we've talked about.
Just commented on the live show and said, "This is making me want to reread all the other books now instead of waiting until November when Winter comes out. I miss all the characters so much." I know the feeling. That's what I'm feeling now. I want to read them.
Yeah, I agree. Like now that we're talking about Crest, I just want to go and pick it up right now. But I don't know. I know I'm gonna read it again before November. So I'm torn. I don't know whether to read Crest now and get with the characters again and have that Lunar Chronicles feeling, or wait until November. I don't know.
I'd wait if I were you, because like you said, you'll be reading it twice in 1 year, and it might kind of wreck the series for you.
And it's a big book too, so.
Yeah, I'm just happy that we have Fairest as a bridge between the books, and I'm really excited that Winter is going to be 800 pages long.
Oh my God! Yeah. It says on
Wow.
Goodreads.
Yeah, like originally it said like 300, but that was just a placeholder before they put 800 in.
That's crazy. That's so many pages. It's ridiculous.
I mean, it's like I said in the last live show. Breaking Dawn right next to me is like 700 pages.
Yeah.
Wow. It's not gonna take the majority of my month to read that.
Yeah. Same.
Oh, well, it only took me like 4 days to read Outlander, and that was 800 pages, so maybe not.
Wow.
I'm still on chapter 2 of Outlander, and it's been like a month.
Well, I was just so, I got into that story a lot, and then, I was reading it at the same time that the series was out, and I had, watched the first episode of Outlander, and I wanted to read the book before the next episode came out, so I was really determined. But I think I'll probably be really determined when Winter comes out. I'll just pick it up, right as it comes out, and just, get through it.
Winter comes out the week of Thanksgiving, so I'll be on break and I'll be reading it that entire week.
Dang.
It's November 24th.
Jeez. Holy.
I think
you get Thanksgiving off. We don't do that in the UK, so I'll be still in work.
Sorry, no break for you. Thanksgiving is the bomb.
I know, I'm going to have to employ you into the UK. Starting Thanksgiving.
You guys need to get on the Thanksgiving bandwagon because it is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen videos on YouTube where people recording their Thanksgiving, and it's like another Christmas. Some of the videos I've seen, it's a full-on meal and all that, and it just looks so good.
Yeah, it's basically it's like another Christmas without the presents.
Yeah.
Mhm. Now that I'm thinking about Thanksgiving, I'm thinking now back to Fairest. I'm thinking about the birthday feast thing that she did. Oh, that was something I wanted to talk about now that I'm thinking about the birthday feast that she had. Was Cinder's dad. That was crazy to me that we didn't know who Cinder's dad was.
Yeah, I think we're gonna find out in winter.
You think so?
Just kind of dropped that bomb, didn't she? Like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm with child, and we were like, what? Hang on.
Yeah, and as a historian, I majored in history in college, and I'm a huge history buff. And for me, like, monarchs in general, especially a female monarch, like, Queen Mary of Scots and Queen Elizabeth, to have a child out of wedlock and just no one gives a crap who the dad is was so foreign to me. I really was expecting the characters and the kingdom to kind of just like freak out for a minute that there was no father, but it never happened.
Yeah. I was like that. I kind of read it like, oh my god, how can that happen if it's the queen? How can she just not have a dad?
I think they were all focused on the fact that there's now an heir.
Yeah. I'd love to know who the dad is, though.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting if it's some, like, random heir.
I think we'll find out in winter.
I'm thinking, wasn't she sleeping, like, the majority of the person that she was sleeping was some duke guy?
Mm.
I think so.
I wonder if there's a connection to Earth.
Huh?
I wonder if there's a connection to Earth, so maybe it was like, I don't know, if it's a duke, like it was a duke of someone on Earth.
Oh,
I can't imagine Canary doing that, though.
Well, I don't know. Because I think even Lavanna asks, when she says I'm pregnant, Lavanna asks if it's that guy, so I don't know. Okay.
I like now that we're talking about like parents and everything. I like that we got even just a small peek at Kai's mom.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of that motherly figure, and we see that side of Kai.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. The only thing I really remember hearing is that she had died from the disease. I don't remember. Was there something else?
That kind of makes it more sad that his dad was in Cinder. So. Oh.
Yeah, especially because we never hear anything about her in the main series.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that aspect of the story was overshadowed for me by the thing that she was excited about it. She was like, "Oh, good, he's single now."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's probably why it doesn't really stick out for me much, because she just, like, I don't know, a lot. I felt sorry for her a lot throughout the story, but I don't know. It was like 50-50 for me. Half the time I felt sorry for her, and half the time, she just makes me so angry about how selfish she is.
Yeah. I couldn't believe when her mum and dad died, and it was kind of like, oh, they're dead. Let's just go to the funeral and family.
Same thing with her sister. She was just like, that's how it is. Whatever.
I know. I just couldn't believe it.
My foot fell asleep.
Oh, I know. I had to switch positions too. I'm like uncomfortable.
I was gonna say something. I forgot.
I know. I feel like I was too. That's the bad thing about the end of the live show. You're like, there's so much to talk about, but you can't think of what else there is to say. We should. If people have questions about the if they have a question that we haven't covered on the live show, feel free to ask and tweet us and comment and all that good stuff if you have a question or anything for anyone who is watching. And thank you for everyone who is watching. Like, it's amazing. You guys rock.
Oh, somebody asked what the book for March is, so
Okay.
I have it right next to me.
Oh, I don't have mine.
I actually just got mine from the library. I gave my boyfriend my library card and I said, "Hey, can you pick this up from the library?"
I've done that to my husband. He hates me for it.
The book of the month for March is Cruel Beauty by Rosamund Hodge. We don't have a hashtag for this. Let's start with that.
Yeah, we need a hashtag. Danny usually comes up with she's really good at coming up with the hashtags for the months and stuff like that. Like, she came up with Read the Queen, and I think she came up with the one before that as well. And she's really creative and stuff, and I'm not at all. I can't come up with good ideas whatsoever. So if you guys have any idea for the hashtag for Cruel Beauty, it is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, right?
Yep. I can't believe it's a standalone.
Right? Because I know Crimson something comes
Bound.
out. Crimson Bound comes out next month, and it's not a it's not a series.
I thought it was.
I know. I thought it was too. They're standalones. And that one is Ruby.
Red Riding Hood.
A Red Riding Hood retelling. I almost said Ruby Red.
I bet you they're like the fairy tale retelling books by Jackson Pierce. I haven't read those. And I don't think they're a direct series. I think they're just companion novels in a series, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like maybe they're in the same world, they're just different characters, so maybe she didn't want to connect them as an actual series.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know the Air series that I have here does that. It's their companion series, but you still see characters from the other books, which is why she connected it. So maybe you can't see, like with Cinder, we see Cinder and Scarlet and so on and so forth. So they probably didn't do it in this one, so that's probably why they didn't connect it.
Yeah, I feel like with fairy tale retellings, my absolute favorite, I'm gonna say Disney princess, is Ariel, Little Mermaid. Like, you think being a Rumbell fan it would be Belle, but it's not. But I wish that in this series, I understand why they couldn't have done it, but I wish there was a Little Mermaid retelling.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, I kind of want someone to come out with a Little Mermaid retelling, like separate, not a part of Cinder or anything like that. That would be cool. But yeah, I can see why they can't do it.
You should read Mermaid by Carolyn Turgeon. I read that last year. It was so good.
Is it a retelling, a Little Mermaid retelling? Oh, yeah, I didn't even know there was such a thing out there. And speaking of Cruel Beauty, it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and I've only read one other Beauty and the Beast retelling, and it was Beast Keeper by Kat Hullison, and I read that last month. It was a new book. It just came out, and it was really, really bad. I did not like it at all. I know, I was super bummed because it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Like, it's my favorite. That's my favorite Disney princess, and Rumbell fan all along here, guys. So I was really, really bummed. So I'm going to go into Cruel Beauty with low expectations because some people didn't like it either. It got some negative reviews, enough where it made an impact, So we'll see. I'm gonna go in with low expectations, so hopefully it exceeds those.
The entire time I'm reading this, I'm gonna bet you that I picture both of them as Rumple and Belle, and that I keep referencing Once Upon a Time as I read it.
Agreed. Agreed. Do you watch Once Upon a Time, Mel?
I don't know, but I was checking through Twitter earlier on today and saw somebody tweeting about it, and I was like, that looks so cool.
It is. I don't know if they have it in the UK.
I've got Netflix, and I've seen it on there before, so I'll have to catch up. How many seasons is there?
We're on the fourth one now.
Yeah, they're in the middle of it. It comes back tomorrow.
So you'll have to catch up on the first 3 seasons, and then catch up on the 4th season when that comes on Netflix. So get caught up because it is so so good.
I'll let you know when I do.
Yeah. Seriously, tweet us because me and Chloe are like huge Once Upon a Time fans. For the mid-season premiere tomorrow, we're gonna be like boxing back and forth and live tweeting. It's gonna be an event.
Yeah.
It'll be like the second, we'll have a live show, but on Twitter and stuff. So it's gonna be good. I'm excited for it.
I've seen so many, pictures of the costumes and the people, and it's like, wow.
So good.
So good. I feel like we need to have a live show about Once Upon a Time. Like, you know what? It's a plan. We'll have a live show, me and you, Chloe, about Once Upon a Time, about the 4th season when it's over.
Ooh, we should do a live show on Saturday about the premiere.
Oh, you mean next Saturday?
Yeah, not today.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah. And then one at the end of the season. Oh my god. I'm almost positive. I don't doubt it's not going to get it's what am I trying to say? That it's going to get renewed for a 5th season.
Of course it's going to get renewed. It's like the biggest show on ABC right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now that we've been
off track.
Yeah, now that we've been off track. D Books asked, "What was your favorite scene from Cinder?" Anything with Kai in it.
Yeah. It was cute when Kai kept, like, wanting to go back and get him to fix the android. Like, like, it's, like, the first time it was just because she was a good mechanic, and then he kept coming back or, like, asking her the status and stuff like that, but, for other reasons.
Yeah.
What do you think Kai and Cinder's ship name would be?
Kinder.
Yeah, Kinder.
That's good. Because it would be like Sinai.
Sigh.
Sigh. No, I like Kinder. Kinder's good.
Sindai.
Sindai.
Kinder, it's a new thing.
Kinder. I figured that this would already be a thing.
I'm tweeting it to the world. Hashtag Kinder.
They would already have a Kai/Cinder thing, and I was really, really, really wanting Kai and Cinder to, like, the whole time I was reading Scarlet, I was wanting Kai to come to his senses and realize that Cinder isn't this horrible person who's tricked him and things like that, and it just never happened. So I'm hoping that it happens in Cress.
I think as well he, like, feels like a royal obligation that he can't kind of interfere with people who are, like, lower down than him.
Yeah, it sucks that Levana put him in such a situation where he can't refuse to marry her because of this disease that she created. Well, people that works for her created.
Why is Kinder a popular hashtag on Twitter? Is
it because of science or Kai and Cinder? Oh, darn.
Yeah.
Kinder chocolate, isn't it?
I think so, and I also think it has something to do with My Little Pony.
That's lame.
I'm so confused. Yeah, it's a chocolate brand.
Oh, it's a chocolate brand.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back and be like, and by Kinder, I mean Kai and Cinder.
Oh, I'm gonna retweet the Once Upon a Time thing I've seen before. One day to go, and it's a picture of, like, a woman in green. You can call me Your Majesty.
Ursula.
Ursula, yeah.
Is that Ursula?
Yes.
I think Little Mermaid.
Do you guys watch Chasing Life?
No, is that on ABC Family?
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I haven't.
I watch it, and the person who plays Dr. Hamburg is actually the person who plays Ursula. And I only found this out, like, a couple days ago, and I was so shocked because she sounds so different and she looks so different.
Yeah.
Weird.
I know. I hate. It's weird seeing, like, actors and stuff that you love, and then seeing them in something else, and you didn't even realize that they were in something else, and you're like, oh, that's interesting. Like, you guys watch Doctor Who?
No.
Not really.
Mel, you are from the UK. What is this? Come on now. You can't even say that you're from the UK if you don't watch Doctor Who. It's like
I'm just not a sci-fi person.
It's so good though. No, okay. Well, anyway, the 10th Doctor I was watching the movie Queen Elizabeth with Kate Blanchett or whatever. Have you guys seen that? Such a good movie. Oh my god, it's so good. Well, anyway, he was one of the advisors to her, and I was like, oh my god, it's the Doctor. And that, for me, that's a huge thing. I mean, it's the Doctor. And
which Doctor is it? What's his name? David Tennant?
No, not David Tennant. The one before David Tennant. Christopher Eccleston.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was like one of the advisors or whatever, and he definitely got his head chopped off. Well, hey. But no, it was really cool.
I have seen one episode of Doctor Who, and I only watched it because it had one of my favorite actresses in it. Matt Smith was the Doctor, but the episode was called Vampires in Venice.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Helen McCrory was playing the head.
Yeah.
Narcissa Malfoy from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing about Doctor Who too, is you can sort of skip around and not be completely lost.
Yeah. I've seen quite a few, but they freak me out. Like some of the little alien things that they have, it freaks me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are a little weird. I can see that. I don't know. I fell in love with Doctor Who, and I'm gonna forever be a Whovian from now on. So
I want to get into it. It's on my Netflix list.
yeah, you definitely should. You gotta start out with the first episode with Christopher Eccleston. The
I
new
think that-
seasons, because they have the old ones.
Oh,
Don't
the
Yeah.
old
watch
ones.
those. Watch the new ones.
Yeah.
The old ones are like, just don't even go there.
Yeah, I mean, they're good. I've watched some old episodes, and they're pretty decent, but you don't need to watch them. Just go ahead and start with the newer ones with Christopher Eccleston.
Okay.
They've got better CGI now, haven't they? Like, better effects.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like for someone, you really need to, like, become a fan of Doctor Who and then go back and watch the old ones, and you kind of appreciate it more. Like, that's
Yeah.
what I did. I'm a huge fan of Doctor Who, so I went back and watched the old ones, and I appreciate it more. So, you know, hey, anyway.
Well, while I'm thinking about it now, Elizabeth, kudos to you for getting to nearly 500 subscribers in 6 months.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome. Kudos to you.
I'm at
What?
483 now, and I'm just shocked. I saw that you were 10 away today.
I'm at 491 right now.
You're
Like
at what?
491.
So you're 9 away now. Woo!
Determined. I'm gonna give myself 2 days, and I'm just gonna be like, "Come on, guys."
Are you
2
doing a
days.
giveaway or anything at 500? Are you going to do a Q&A or what?
I don't know. I was thinking about doing a giveaway, but I'm also saving up for my car, and I'm still trying to find a job, so that's out of the picture. I am planning my second traveling book. I'm planning that. And I was thinking for my second one of sending out like Harry Potter, the first book.
You should send out Cinder.
That'd be a good one too. I need to get a new copy then. Probably like Book Outlet.
Yeah, I get a paperback or something.
I'm so like Miranda from Books 101. She Instagrammed a picture of a letter she was putting in the book when it gets back to me, and now I'm just like I need to see it. I need to see it all.
I didn't know she had it. I love her.
Yeah, she was the third person to get it. Danny sent it to her.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's
That's
7
such
more
a good
months.
idea.
It seems like it's been out forever. I remember when you sent it out. And it seems like it's been out for so long, and it's only been 4 months or 5 months. I can't do math.
I know, it's 7 more months. That's what I'm telling myself.
Yeah, no, Cinder would be a really good idea because you love the series so much, and so many people do. And I feel like if I got your next one, if I got Cinder, there would be so much that I could just write all over it. Because this one you sent out, what did you send out? Sweet.
September. Oh, what did I send out? I sent out a Sweet Book 1.
Sweet. Yeah, I haven't read that yet. I have the bind-up of the first 3 books too, and I haven't read it yet. So I plan on reading it actually when I get the traveling book, so I can like live do stuff to it and stuff. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, I think it's only been 5 months, and it was in Australia for the longest time for like 2 or 3 people, and then it was in Canada. And now it's coming back to Florida for you.
Yay! Back to Florida. And I don't know where the heck I'm going to send it.
Yeah, like, it'll be in my state, but it's not for me. Not yet.
I'm going to have to look at where everyone is and send it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be so interesting when you actually get it back, though, Chloe, because you'll be like, oh, my God.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I have this feeling that when I get it and I open it, because I want to open it on camera, I have that feeling that I'm going to cry.
Oh, you should. I mean, don't cry, but no, you should open it up on camera.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be so exciting.
Yeah.
I don't
was there any other, like, do we have any other questions about Fairest or
oh, I'm looking. I got to find out which Twitter I'm on. Am I on my Twitter or on the other Twitter? Okay,
right.
I'm on the group Twitter. Demetra says we should read The Fault in Our Stars.
I haven't read any John Green. You've gotten on me about that.
Yeah.
I've read The Fault in Our Stars.
Yeah.
Did you? It's so good.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, but do you know what? As well, like, I expected the whole book to be really sad and like tears all the way through, but it wasn't. It was like a happy kind of sad story.
Have you seen the movie, Elizabeth?
Mm-mm. No, that's why I didn't read the book, because when I joined BookTube and like everyone was already raving about it because of the movie. I just don't do hyped books, like especially contemporary, because I'm just not a contemporary person. I will read a hyped fantasy book all day long. If everyone on BookTube is talking about a fantasy book, I'm picking it up. But if it's a hyped contemporary, I just can't do it.
Our April book should be a contemporary, so we can start getting you into the contemporary mode.
Do you see my face?
Yes.
No.
Actually, there's so many new releases coming out in April. Wait, where is it? Oh, there we go. I have this whole list of books that are coming out then. The Once Upon a Time graphic novel comes out on the 1st. Oh, wait, never mind. I was going to say we should do the death code for our April book, but the date got moved. The release date got moved till the end of May.
Isn't it a sequel to
the Murder Complex?
Murder Complex, and I haven't read that, yeah.
Yeah, you know, a book you need to read.
I know. And I'm trying to think of, I wouldn't be opposed to reading a contemporary. I mean, I've read Ellen Hopkins, and I love her so much. Ellen Hopkins is queen. I've said that like multiple times. She's just amazing. But
a contemporary book for you to read.
I'm reading. This is like a sneak peek of my Read-A-Rama TBR, but I'm reading. What's it called? I can't even remember. This is Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight.
I want to read all of those. I need to read those.
And then I got these two recently, and they're both contemporaries, only because they were going to be at a signing. So I mean, like, I'm buying contemporaries, and I don't even read them. I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
See, as soon as I get a car, my car, something, if there is a signing that I really want to go to in Orlando, I'm telling my dad, like, I'll see you later. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I'm going.
You need to, for sure. Needs to happen.
I'm trying to see what's a good contemporary for you to read. The If I Stay duology, you should read that. That's good.
Oh, I bought that the other week. It was really cheap in a supermarket.
I have the first one too, so I should.
The second one is so much better.
Yeah. I don't know. You just see my face. I'm just not excited about reading contemporaries at all.
Rainbow Rowell, like everything she does.
Yep. I'm actually really looking forward to reading a Rainbow Rowell book. So that'll probably be one of the first contemporaries I read. And I'm going to be reading the Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight because, you know, for the Rama thing. What are you pointing at?
Rainbow Rowell.
Oh, okay. I can't see it so blurry, but I see it.
I kind of got tired of, like, turning so I can see it in the corner.
Like a couple of months ago, like last year, I think it was in the October, she was in my, like, city, and I went and saw her and got the book signed, and it was like, oh, I was so made up because, like, she's a big author, and I thought to myself, oh my god, she's actually coming to Liverpool, what's going on?
That's amazing. That's how I was with Victoria Aveyard and Ready Queen. She came to Orlando where I live, and I was just like, oh my god, it was amazing. I think we were lucky because the tour was finalized before she got huge. So I feel like if she were huge, it wouldn't have happened that way.
See, I can't relate because I've never really met a popular author. I mean, I've met an indie author before. I actually know her. She's a family friend, but I've never met a popular author. But I think I can kind of relate with, like, just a big celebrity in general. Like, remember a few weeks ago when I was on the messaging and I was just like, oh my god, I met Impractical Jokers.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I cried.
And I can't relate at all because I have no idea who they are. Chase knew. I was like, do you know who these people are? And he's like, yeah, I know.
They're amazing. They're my comedy heroes.
But,
Oh, I know.
Practical Jokers. Why interrupting my live show? It's ridiculous. All right, guys. Well, I don't know. I don't think we have any questions about Fairest and I think we pretty much covered everything that I can think of. We know how excited we all are for winter and all that good stuff. I can't think of anything else. You?
What was our July book going to be again? Because I know you already said what you wanted it to be.
the sequel to Kiss of Deception, which is going to be Heart of Betrayal.
I need to read The Kiss of Deception.
You do. It is the most epic fantasy book I have ever read. It is amazing.
You're all about the fantasy.
Oh yeah, I'm a huge, huge, huge fantasy nut. I love it. That's the majority of what I read is fantasy novels. My entire March TBR, which is going up tomorrow, is fantasy.
I filmed right before this. I filmed my wrap up and my TBR, so I have to work on that.
Yeah, I filmed it earlier today.
Yeah. If you guys have any ideas of what a hashtag we need, maybe we should like brainstorm for a hashtag real quick.
I was when you boxed me saying that we didn't have a hashtag for Cruel Beauty, I drew a complete and total blank. I have no idea.
I had a freak out moment. I'm like, oh my god, we haven't come up with a hashtag and it starts tomorrow.
Right?
Reading is cruel.
Reading
That's oh god. I feel like that goes against every
right?
user.
That is not the message we want to get across. I have no idea. I feel like I kind of want it to be related to Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or related to something fairy tale, like, I don't know.
Hold on, I'm coming up with something real quick. No, never mind.
She's like, I have something.
And nope. Like, I was kind of going on with, like, read along a Beauty, but that doesn't really work.
No. I really think we need Danny. She's a
Danny!
genius. Danny, we need your help if you're watching this.
Danny, if you're watching, help!
Oh.
Oh god, this is so hard.
Yeah. What did we do for? Oh, we did Reading Ruby for.
Yeah, hashtag read Ruby.
Hashtag read Ruby.
Cruel Beauty.
Hashtag.
Okay.
I don't even know.
Do you remember? When Booksplosion was doing their attachment read along?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, I only knew about this because the hashtag they came up with something really weird. It was a hashtag attach clip. So I feel like I'm gonna start coming up with random things for our hashtag to be.
I liked their one that was for Black Ice. It was Black Ice Baby.
Yeah.
That was a good one. I don't want something long either, and I don't know. I have an obsession with things that are alliterative. So, which is like Read Ruby.
Yeah.
That. I don't know. Can you read the back of the book or like the description or whatever? Maybe that'll give us a better idea.
Okay. Since birth, Nyx has been betrothed to the evil ruler of her kingdom, all because of a reckless bargain her father struck, and since birth she has been training to kill him. Betrayed by her family, yet bound to obey, Nyx rails against her fate. Still on her 17th birthday, she abandons everything she's ever known to marry the all-powerful, immortal Ignifex. Her plan? Seduce him, disarm him, and break the 900-year-old curse he put on her people. But Ignifex is not what Nyx expected. The strangely charming Lord beguiles her and his castle. A shifting maze of magical rooms enthralls her. As Nyx searches for a way to free her homeland by uncovering Ignifex's secrets, she finds herself unwillingly drawn to him. But even if she can bring herself to love her sworn enemy, how can she refuse her duty to kill him? Oh.
Chase says hashtag be our guest.
Nah. Hashtag
my head then.
That was like the perfect reaction. You were just like, eh.
It was like, oh. Well, because after reading that, like, I had no idea what this is about. But after reading that, you get like this completely different vision.
Yeah, I don't feel like it doesn't sound much like a Beauty and the Beast retelling.
Hashtag beautiful assassin. That's all I got.
And then I'm also afraid too that we're not like Reading Ruby was on the title, and Read the Queen we had read the other novels in the series, so it fit. We knew more what this book was going to be about, and I feel like this we don't really know, and I don't want to have a hashtag that doesn't make sense. So I feel like it needs to be something about the title, you know what I mean?
Hashtag cruel, beautiful assassin. I've got nothing.
I don't know. I've got nothing too.
To the people watching, please help.
Yeah, we need help.
Send help.
We have one viewer now, so
Send help, one viewer.
Kudos to our one viewer that's still watching. You rock. Because we've been off the Ferris boat for like a good 20 minutes now.
Oh, well now that it reminded me, Marissa Meyer actually has a book coming out in 2016 that I am so excited about. Yes, it's a different one, but it's still a fairy tale retelling. So I'm gonna pull it up on Goodreads real quick. I think it has a name. I think. Come on, Goodreads. Marissa Meyer. Now, I don't know. I know you saw, Elizabeth, my random facts that I was doing, and how I'm absolutely addicted to anything Alice in Wonderland. Okay, this new book is called Heartless. It's, as far as I know, it's a standalone. But the description on Goodreads is a prequel to Alice in Wonderland. Heartless will tell the tale of how a Marquise's teenage daughter became the infamous Queen of Hearts. It will be a story of whimsy and madness, passion, tragedy, ravens, and writing desks.
I love it.
Unusual.
Have you read Splintered?
No, I want to.
Girl, you like anything Alice in Wonderland? You got to get on it.
Have you read the Looking Glass Wars?
I haven't, but I've been looking at it at the library. Like, it's always there at the library, and I just never pick it up.
I've read the first book, but I haven't read the second two. I have all of them.
Yeah.
Should really get on that. She also has another book coming out in 2016 with, it doesn't have a title yet, but it says it's going to be
coming out in 2016.
Huh?
Got 2 books coming out in 2016?
Yeah.
Wow.
This one's fall 2016. It said this will be the first installment of a trilogy about superheroes and supervillains.
Oh, I love anything like that.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't read a young adult superhero book, so I'm kind of worried. I have what's it called? The Darkest Minds, which is like superhero, right? Have you guys read that?
I have it. I started it, but I didn't finish it.
Have you read The Darkest Minds? No.
I haven't read it, but
I heard it was about like superhero kids type thing, but I don't know.
Yeah, I've got the first 2 on my Nook. Well, here let me kind of get back into Fairest real quick. What do you think the winter cover is going to look like?
Oh,
I have no idea.
They've got to carry on the theme, haven't they, of like red on purple.
Yeah, like go ahead.
I was gonna say like an apple, like to go with Snow White, but then I thought no, it can't be because it'll just look like Twilight.
That's a good idea, but then when you said look like Twilight, that's true. I kind of want it to be like a wintry type feel to it, like, but I don't know. They don't have seasons on Lunar either, so I don't know.
On Google, I type it in randomly sometimes to see if there's a cover that's been released that I missed. There's a fan drawn cover that I really, really like.
Oh yeah, post it on Twitter. So
actually, I'm gonna see if it shows up right here.
That's pretty good.
I like it.
I like it too. That's not bad.
Like maybe
it looks very similar to the Disney cartoon.
Yeah.
That's like a dead ringer for the cartoon on the Disney one where she just falls and she's got the apple.
Every time. Sorry, go on.
Demetra said hashtag read beauty.
Oh, I saw that and I forgot to say something. Read beauty.
Better than anything we've come up with so far.
Yeah.
I was thinking that, but I feel like it's really simplistic, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I know. Well, here, there's a rose on this. Let's start with that. Let's look at what we have to work with. A rose and a staircase and a girl running down the staircase, and apparently this girl is an assassin.
She doesn't look much like an assassin.
No. Do they ever?
No. Oh, Throne of Glass. The Throne of Glass cover does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
love those covers. I bought them.
have-
I haven't read the series, but I bought them just because they look so cool.
I haven't read the Throne of Glass series either. I'm so horrible. Not that one. The other one.
know. I'm considering like contacting the publisher, like see like, hey, can you send a different dust jacket? Because I ordered this for my I ordered it for my birthday thinking I was ordering the new cover, and I didn't.
I was gonna say, when you held that up, I was like, huh? That's not the Throne of Glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think those are the US covers, are like the original ones. Yeah, that's the cover. The Crown of Midnight is the newer covers.
Yeah.
Oh, mine's like a paperback, and it's like you can get two different copies. You can get like a white one with the first one's a blue cover, and then red and green, and then
The white ones are so pretty.
yeah, and then you can get like a coloured one.
Yeah, I was gonna do a
What were you talking about with Cinder just now for for Fairest for just a second ago? I feel like we were talking about it, and then we got off topic.
cover predictions.
Oh, yes, right. That's right. I really liked that one that you showed us. That was pretty.
Yeah.
I like that too. There was Demetra had another idea. # read Red Beauty.
Read Red Beauty.
We're getting there.
Yeah, I think that one's too similar to Read Ruby.
Yeah, that reminds me of Ruby Red. I'm just like pulling random books off my shelf now. The ones I can reach.
You're gonna hate putting them back in a minute.
Yeah.
I'm kind of putting them up right now. I mean, I'm just reaching the ones that are like right next to me. Read Red Beauty. # Spiral Staircase.
# Cruel Read.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes it sound like the book is horrible.
Oh, it does.
I like how the author's name is Rosamund.
# Tale as Old as Time.
That works.
I feel like that's going to be a popular hashtag.
The song just goes in my head.
Right? Yeah.
I got one.
Songs. Okay, what?
# Retelling the Tale.
I like that. That's a good one.
You said Tale as Old as Time. I'm like, let's think.
That's a good one.
How popular is it, though? Let me... Let's see. # Retelling the Tale. Because it is a fairy tale retelling.
Yeah. It's got a ring to it, too.
It's not popular at all. It only has one tweet using that.
I like it. We'll ask Danny what she thinks, and if she likes it, then we'll just use that.
Yeah. Okay. I don't have anything else to add about Fairest or Cinder or anything.
Me neither. I think we all had similar thoughts on it. We all really, really, really loved it. We all can't wait for winter in November, and we're all super freaking excited. And my mic didn't go out this time.
Yes.
Everything ran smoothly.
Knock on wood for that.
Right? Yeah. No, it's gonna go out in a second. Now I've just jinxed it.
Have you guys read the mini novellas that come in between for the Lunar Chronicles?
Yeah.
I haven't. I want them to. Go ahead.
I gotta look to see how much they are on Kindle.
I'm checking right now on Nook.
If you can get them free, on Wattpad. I don't know if you have that app. WATTPAD.
And you can get them free.
They're on there for free, yeah. Because she didn't write them. I don't think she was big enough to release them. Do you know what I mean? So they are very, very short.
Huh? I didn't know that.
I'm checking. Well, I'm checking on Nook right now. I'm just gonna type in Marissa Meyer and see what happens.
Yeah, she's got a Wattpad account.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh my gosh, what is it?
Oh,
my
wow.
tablet's being stinky. Wow, what?
I just found this really pretty cover for Cress, but I think it's in a different language, but it's such a pretty cover. I don't know if I can show this close enough.
Oh yeah, that is
Wow.
pretty.
This is
Huh.
I like
I like
that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just like going through. I just typed in Marissa Meyer to see what would happen.
Hmm.
There's a lot of like different covers for it.
I think Cress is my favourite cover, just because of how intricate it is.
Which
Uh,
press? You said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
we have a new question.
Oh, we do?
It doesn't have to do with Ferris, but it's a question. Demetra asked, "What is your favorite book you are reading right now?"
Well, I'm only reading one book right now. I cannot read multiple books at once.
I'm like that.
I can't do
Well,
it.
well, I have some books on my shelf that I started reading and just stopped reading.
Mm-hmm.
But like right now, like Sapphire Blue or Outlander, and I haven't touched Outlander in like a month. So
That's like me. I've been reading Storm of Swords, but in the UK it's in two parts. It's not on like one big chunky book. So I'm on the second part of that, and like I'm literally about 3 chapters into it and put it down, and I haven't read it since like December.
Oh, wow.
I think next I'm gonna read The Duff.
Yeah. You seen the
Coming out as
movie?
a film.
No, because I wanted to read the book before I saw it, but then the book was taking forever to actually get to the library.
Hmm.
Hey, does your
That's a contemporary, so I was on that.
yeah? Well, I have to see. At school I take a journalism 1, and our project is to create a newspaper. So I'm gonna write a book review for the paper, but I decided to choose a book that was like more high school related. So I think The Duff works
That's
for
the
that.
one you're going to do a review for?
Yeah. So I figure I might as well get it done early.
Yeah. Well, if you really, really like it, I'll probably read it. I don't know. Maybe at some point in my life when I'm 80.
Does your library deliver the books to you?
Yeah, I mean, I can go and pick them up, but they deliver it for free, so
No
I take
way.
advantage of that. I take advantage of that for new releases because what I do is I like keep track of my new releases that I want, and then as soon as like, because what my library does is my library will pre-order the books, and as soon as the library pre-orders the book, it goes into the system. So as soon as it goes into the system, I can request for them to send me that book, and as soon as they get it, they send it out to me, and they get it because they pre-order it. They get it like the day of or the day before, and they send it out to me. I almost always get the book like the day that the book comes out or the day after the book comes out. So that's mostly what I use it for, so that I can get a new release first and read it before anybody else.
That is so good. My local libraries are awful, and like not awful. They have like books, obviously, but they never have new releases. And like most of the books that like I hear about on BookTube or that I want to read, they aren't very good with them. So like whenever I go to the library, I end up buying, not buying, sorry, I end up getting the books that are like, you know, from the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, because they're just...
Do they order the books and they're just never available, or they just don't order the books?
No, they just don't order the books.
Well, my library too, you can request for them to order a book, and that's free too. Like I felt so special because you know the book that what's her face is coming out with, Harper Lee.
Oh yeah,
The chick who wrote To Kill a Mockingbird, she's coming out with a new book. As soon as it hit like the news stuff and everything like that, I went on to my local library and I requested that they buy it. And if you request that they get a book that they don't carry, and they approve that request, then you are able to be the first person on there to get the book. And so I was the first person in my whole local library, and I live in a big county. I live in a big area. So I was the first person to get that book because I requested it. So I was pretty excited. I just know how to use the system very well to like, get what I want when I want it and stuff.
Yeah, do you know, I honestly, like, so many booktubers from, like, America, they always talk about, like, going to the library and that, and I hate going to the library here because it is, like, it's not as good, if that makes sense, like, with renewing the books, and And for example, this just shows you how bad my area is for libraries. The council wanted to close like 6 out of the however many libraries there are in the city, and the city's not even that big. And everyone just went on a major petition like, no, you can't do it. You're taking reading and books away from children.
That's
That's how
sad.
bad
Pretty sad.
I hope they don't close it. That's ridiculous. I'm a huge supporter of libraries. Like, I take advantage of my library a lot, and I use a lot of their systems. Like, I go there to the computer and use their systems all the time. And I'm constantly borrowing books from them, and they probably spend so much money sending me books. It's ridiculous. So, like, when I'm a day late on a book, or like if my book is due today and I don't feel like turning it in until tomorrow, I just don't feel like going to the library, I'll wait until the next day and I will gladly hand them my 25-cent late fee because they deserve it. My library is amazing.
Yeah.
And any books that I want to get rid of, I donate to them because they sell it in the store, and you know they can get more money that way. So I love my library.
Yeah, I love the library. I'm trying to. I'm not saying like cut back really, but I have so many unread books, and I'm trying to do 0 by 16. So I'm allowing myself like maybe like 10 to 15 books from the library for like the year.
Yeah.
See, and if you end up coming down here, they don't deliver books. So yeah.
My husband and I might be moving over closer to where Chloe lives because we only live about an hour and a half away, and there's a bunch of jobs over there for what he's in school for. So no, I'm gonna have to whip that library into shape because I love my Orange County library. I told Chase, I'm like, if they have a crappy library wherever, because you know he's looking at places all around the country, and we would rather stay in Florida because that's where our families are and stuff like that. But I'm like, you have to tell me where you're looking, where you're applying to first, because I have to research their library, and if they suck, we're not going. There's tons of really good libraries in the States. Like, we have a pretty good library system, which is awesome.
Yeah. If you come down here, the first place you need to see is that cute little used bookstore I told you about.
We lack in used bookstores over here where I live. The one I used to work at one and it closed and that sucked. And now we only have one, and it's in like the uppity part of town, and it's expensive. It's like going to a regular bookstore. It's pointless.
Yeah.
We have a lot of like charity shops, like I don't know if you've heard of like Oxfam and Bernardo's and stuff like that, and people go in say you can handle in books that you want to sell. And literally, like, you'll go and there'll be dog-eared books and, you know, yellow books that they've been out that long. But we're quite good for, like, used stores because literally you can get a book for, like, 50p.
I think we have something similar. I think the only thing that's, like, similar to charity shops is, like, for us, like, Goodwill, which it doesn't, because charity shops, like, they take their proceeds and they donate it to charity, right?
Yeah.
Goodwill is a charity, I think. So they kind of skip a step. Instead of like donating it to charity, they are the charity and they just have stores and stuff like that. Yeah. They have more stuff than just books. They've got like clothes and electronics. Yeah. So. Yeah. And I get a lot of books from Goodwill too, a lot.
Yeah.
We have another question.
Okay.
It's Demetra, and she said, what should her first video be on her BookTube channel?
An intro.
Oh, okay.
That's what I did. I don't know. What'd you guys do?
Mine was like a hello and what I'm going to do.
Yeah, like an introduction, same thing.
Even if you did like a TMI tag.
That's a good idea, a tag to kind of like get to know you. What did you do, Chloe?
I did the bookshelf scavenger hunt. And then my introduction came like 6 months after.
I think that doing like a tag, like a TMI tag to get to know you is a good idea.
Yeah.
I talked about this a lot in my live show, like what people should do if they're interested in joining and stuff like that. Oh.
I want to do like a how am I trying to say this? Like a how-to booktube video.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that too, but a lot of bigger booktubers have already done it. Like Whitney Novels is doing hers now, and other booktubers have done it in the past. So I'm kind of like, it's already out there, I guess. So I don't know.
See, I'm still like only very little, so I would never go into that territory.
Yeah, same.
Like ever since Danny mentioned like the possibility of reaching 1,000 subscribers this year, I've kind of just been like infatuated with that idea.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? Like, I've only got 200 and something, so run with it.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hopefully. I cannot, it's unfathomable how many people subscribe. It's just, I love this community so much. And the Reading Cave commented, the Reading Cave, Austin at the Reading Cave, I don't know if you guys have ever seen his videos, but he's a new, smaller booktuber, and he's adorable, and he was like, said that he was unable to purchase Fairest for the live show, but he just wanted to stop by and say that he was enjoying the live show so far. So I'm sure he left because he didn't want to get spoiled and stuff like that. But I think he's adorable, and he is doing, if I'm thinking of the right person, I'm pretty sure that I am, he's doing, like a, oh god, what am I trying to say? To celebrate him getting so many subscribers, I can't remember how many, he's doing like a collaboration with a bunch of different YouTubers or booktubers about what they love about booktube. So he's like going to ask the same booktubers like the same 3 questions and like put it all together, everyone's answers, if that makes sense.
See, that's what I want to do. I want to do like a booktube recommends video.
You mean like recommend booktubers?
No, kind of like a bunch of booktubers get together and say like you film a clip of like I recommend Fairest because blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then you make it like one big compilation video.
That's cool.
And, yeah, you see those around sometimes. I've seen Bookadoodles do them and Ariel Bissett. And I really want to do one of those maybe for summer. That'd be a good one.
Yeah. I'll definitely participate. I'd do that.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Like 101 recommendations.
Oh, yeah. 101 recommendations. That's cute.
Let's find 101.
Like everyone would have to like submit one, and like it'd have to be really short.
Yeah, like film a little clip, and make sure it's edited, and then send it to me. And make sure it's compatible with the program that I use, and then I'll make a long video of it.
Yeah.
That's a
I
good
hope
idea.
you're all listening, whoever's watching.
Right? She said, "I hope you're all listening, everyone who's watching."
Yeah, guys. Start
Just
getting your recommendations.
Make a video in like a month or two saying, send me your videos and make the whole collaboration. It'd be cute. A booktuber does that for Christmas. I can't remember who it is. It's a boy, I know that. But he has everyone send like a Christmas greeting, and he puts it all together.
That'd be good for 500 subscribers.
How would you do that?
I have no idea. Not like, just like BookTube recommends. Come on, guys, 9 more and we can do it.
Yeah. I know, and you've been so close for so long, and I know you're just like,
I'm like antsy, cause like on December it was like the middle of the night, and it was probably like midnight, just turned midnight on not Christmas Eve, on New Year's Eve, and Witty Novels retweeted, and a couple of other people retweeted my plea to get to 450, and by the next morning I was at 450. It was great.
Awesome.
It just takes that one, like, kind of big booktuber, doesn't it? Just to retweet something or favorite, and then that's it.
Yeah. Mhm. Who's got like several 100,000 subscribers? Or several dozen subscribers. Just so many. I can't fathom how many people like. I can't fathom like 30,000 of people, you know, like that's just crazy. I can't fathom 480 or however many I have. That's just nuts.
See, one day we're gonna be there, and it's gonna be like, whoa, we used to have 400 subscribers.
Way back when.
We did.
Yeah, way back when. All right, guys. Well, it's like 2 a.m. for you, Mel, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like,
how are you awake?
I know, right? I'd be like downing coffee if I were you. Do you usually stay up this late?
No, not usually, but to be honest, today, like, it was a Saturday, so I woke up quite late, because I can have a lie-in on the weekend.
Yeah.
Been a lazy day as well.
Yeah. Well, my husband probably wants the computer back, and this is a good. We were on for about 2 hours.
Yeah.
Which was longer than last time, even though we spent about an hour totally off track. But that's okay. I had fun.
We had an hour and a half of talking on track.
Yeah. But that's okay. I had fun. Thank you so much, Mel, for filling in for Danny.
Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah. Especially so last minute.
Yeah, seriously. We were freaking out because it was so last minute. We didn't think we were going to be able to get anybody on.
Yeah. I never heard back from Katie.
Well, I mean, it is late. She's in the UK too, so it was late for her too. So I mean, you know, I wouldn't blame her at all. She's
on my phone, and I just saw the tweet, and I was like, ooh.
I know. I was telling you earlier that I knew there were so many people who read it, but I just couldn't think of anybody at the time. So
yeah.
What did we say our hashtag for this was again? Our potential hashtag.
I totally forgot.
Retelling the tale.
There you go. Yes.
Hashtag job, retelling the tale.
Retelling the tale.
So that's our potential hashtag. We will talk to Danny tomorrow.
Yep.
So guys, to whoever is left watching, I don't know who.
2 people. 2 awesome people.
2 people.
Yes.
Spread the word that Cruel Beauty is our March
book of the month.
We will have a live show date eventually.
Probably. Let me see a tentative date. Let me look.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Exactly 4 weeks from today is the 28th of March on a Saturday.
I can't do the 28th. That's prom night.
Oh darn. Okay, well.
Prom night.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Well, hold on real quick.
I'm sure you'll be busy that weekend if it's prom.
Yeah, it's the crazy thing is it's Relay for Life on the 21st and it's prom on the 28th.
Wow.
That's a Sunday. How about April 4th? That's the best I have. Yeah, that's a Saturday.
What about doing it on the Sunday instead?
You don't want to do it on a Sunday?
I don't know about Sunday because we'd have to do it a little earlier then since I have schools on
school the next day. Yeah.
Schools on Monday.
I'm not opposed to doing that, and we did Fairest on the 7th, and I felt like it was just really fast. This live show came up really fast from when we did Fairest on the 7th, so I'd rather have it at the end of March than at the beginning of April.
Okay. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. It'll get done.
I have to go update the Twitter and make a new banner for Cruel Beauty.
Yep.
Yeah, gotta do that. I am determined to find somebody to make a logo for us because I've been talking to Victoria and she said she made it and then she lost it.
Oh, that's a bummer.
It's like, oh god. And there's a gamer YouTuber that I watch. He's starting up like a business of doing it, but one profile logo would be $15, and I'm just like, I don't want to pay for that. So, yeah. I mean, it's a neat concept. I really like him, but I don't want to do $15.
Yeah.
But fine, we will find somebody.
Yeah, we'll find something. We'll figure something out. But for now, we'll let poor Mel get off because I'm sure it's so late. I commend you, girl, for staying up till 2 a.m. for this. You're amazing. and we know who to call if we ever need someone to fill in if we're deathly ill next time.
Yeah.
Oh, but then you might not read it. Are you gonna read Cruel Beauty? I didn't even think to ask.
I don't know. I haven't picked it up yet, but if I do, I'll let you know.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. If you're gonna participate and read it with us, let us know.
Yeah.
I didn't even think to ask. That's so horrible of me. All right, ladies. Well, good night, and good night to everybody who
Thank you
came
guys
to the live show. I had a blast.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. And we will see everyone later. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.